Hi, everybody. Welcome to Makeup University. Welcome to our live. We are on day 22 of going live with Daily Wisdom. Where are you in your day right now? Are you on a lunch break, a snack break? Is it before work? Is it after work? I am in the middle of a summer project. The deck needs to be repainted and it has my garden on it, the barbecue. It's all done up. The deck is like a beautiful outdoor living space, but it has to be repainted. So I'm out there now cleaning it, sweeping it, prepping it, doing a little bit of sanding, getting ready to start painting, put on that fresh coat. And then I had the timer go off on my phone that it's time to go live. And since it's a little bit windy outside, I came into the studio. I'm so excited to share with you today, number 22, chapter 22, because here's the thing. We're in our final week. Where did the month go? Just like that. This is why you got to be prepared and get yourself some wisdom because it could change like that. I just really encourage you to have a mindset that is looking, believing, and prepared for a suddenly. If suddenly something shifted for you today, how would you be able to handle it? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? If it suddenly happened, what would you do? Let's get into chapter 22 and see what you would do. I'm reading New King James. If you don't have a hard copy and you want one, there's going to be a link in the description to get over to Amazon and buy one. Then if you want your phone, you can do UApp on your phone, bible.com, biblegateway.com. There's so many ways. Okay, let's go. Pardon the yawn. I was up late, up early. Here we go. Okay, chapter 22. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and the poor have this in common: the Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the perverse. He who guards his soul will be far from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He who sows iniquity will reap sorrow, and the rod of his anger will fail. We could just unpack chapter 22, verse 6 and 7 in its own session. 6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That's a word for today. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. That is a word for today. Let's take that wisdom to heart and keep moving. He who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scoffer, and contention will leave. Yes, strife and reproach will cease. He who loves purity of heart and has grace on his lips, the king will be his friend. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the faithless. The lazy man says, there is a lion outside. I shall be slain in the streets. The mouth of an immoral woman is a deep pit. He who is abhorred by the Lord will fall there. For foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. The rod of correction will drive it far from him. He who oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he who gives to the rich will surely come to poverty. That entire section, in my opinion, is precept upon line of wisdom for everyday living. So good. Here's some sayings of the wise, starting with verse 17. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. for it is a pleasant thing if you keep them within you. Let them all be fixed upon your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I have instructed you today, even you. Have I not written to you excellent things of counsels and knowledge, that I may make you know the certainty of the words of truth, that you may answer words of truth to those who send to you? The saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, is how I would interpret that I may make you know the certainty of the words of truth, that you may answer words of truth to those who send to you. That you can read this knowledge, get this wisdom, but it doesn't mean you act on it. It's like having it be a pearl before a swine. Excuse me. Do not rob the poor because he is poor, nor oppress the afflicted at the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and plunder the soul of those who plunder them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with the furious man do not go, lest you learn his ways, and yet a snare for your soul. Do not be one of those who shakes hands in a pledge, one of those who is surety for debts. If you have nothing with which to pay, why should he take away your bed from under you? Do not remove the ancient landmark which your fathers have set. Do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. We're coming up on our 10-minute mark. That is so good. That is so much wisdom, especially train up a child in the way they should go. Confusion leads to poor decisions or rash decisions. And if you're just starting and you're like, well, I'm not a child, that's okay, because you can start training yourself just like you train your physical body, like with weights at the gym. You can train your mind, your mindset, train your thoughts, capture those thoughts. You can train now, even if you're not a child. If you're a grown adult, you can train. It's so good. Okay, we're coming up on time. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to go paint the deck now. Yay for home improvement chores. And then I will see you right here tomorrow. Excuse me, Friday. We'll read 23, and then 24 and 25 on Saturday and Sunday will be recorded for you. And I'll see you back on Monday. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm Cheryl Lynn. This is Makeup University. And remember, you look really gorgeous today.